Hey everyone, welcome back to Vlogs on Campus. This is kind of part 2 of my university accommodation tips and advice. This video is going to be all about moving into a flat in your second year of studying, but the first video I made is all about moving into halls for the very first time when you first move into university. So go and check that one out if you're more in that situation, but if you're not and you're moving into a flat for the first time, then stay listening. So just to give you some background if you haven't watched my last video, I am a second year journalism student studying in London at the moment, and I lived in halls for the first year. And those halls were just down the road from Waterloo Station in central London. And for my second year I decided that I wanted to live in a flat, private, so not in halls, nothing to do with the university, just kind of found my own flat, and it was a challenge. So this is what this video is going to be all about. So my first tip is to be prepared and do so much research, because when you're at school, they don't teach you how to find a house for the first time, or how to deal with estate agents, or how to figure out all of these adult keywords and terms that you don't know what the hell anything means. So yeah, be really prepared. You need to think about what kind of flat you want to live in. Do you want to live in like a block of flats? Do you want to live in a house that's split into flats? Do you want to share a house with other people? Do you want to live just on your own in a room in a flat, or do you want to live with just 4 other people? Or do you know what I mean? You have to really think about every last detail. If you are going to apply for halls to live in again for the second year, I know for my university you had to apply very early on, so I completely missed that deadline, but to be honest I wasn't too bothered, because I didn't really want to live in halls again. I liked it, it was fine, but I definitely wanted my own space, and I wanted somewhere I could stay for the rest of my degree. I didn't have to go home for summer like I did in halls. I just wanted to have my own place. I felt kind of ready for that. If you want to live with some people for the rest of your, for the next 2 years, they really need to be committed and open-minded about where you're living, because that's kind of where all the arguments start to happen otherwise. So that really was the case in my situation, and I found that I was kind of putting in a lot of effort into finding us somewhere to live and getting quite, worked up and stressed about it, but no one else was really bringing anything to the table, so I kind of felt a bit like this is already a bad sign. So the 4 of us soon turned into just 2 of us, which was just me and my boyfriend. It was kind of nice not to have to deal with sort of other people's shit, to be honest. So we really set like a clear budget, and rent is very expensive in London, so you do have to really shop around. And I did find that estate agent fees were just going to be really, borderline impossible, so I decided let's look for, private landlords, and there's lots of websites out there that can help you with that. I used Open Rent. You need to make sure you're living in an area. I mean, I was really happy to move to an area that I didn't know, but I visited quite a few times and I really liked it, and it's just around the corner from lots of eating places and cafes and bars and pubs, but it's also tucked away on a quiet road, so it's really not noisy considering we're just sort of on the border of Zone 1 and Zone 2 in London. Again, landlords, they kind of have a reputation for maybe taking advantage of students in terms of maybe things aren't quite up to scratch with how they should be in your flat. So there was quite a few issues that definitely needed to be sorted out, and that was promised to me, and then it kind of came to move-in day, and it hadn't happened, so I was really sort of annoyed. And you really have to like put pressure on your landlord to get things sorted. This place doesn't include bills, so that's another thing you have to think about, is that again at school they don't teach you about gas and electricity and paying bills and internet and phone, so you really have to do your research, and no one's going to help you, so you really have to do lots of googling and find out what company is going to provide the best energy and electricity for you, etc. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to Campus Society, and I've just started my own channel as well where I'm doing sort of budgety foodie videos. I'm sure all my links will be down in the description bar. Yeah, so thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!